Now, your News 8 forecast first.
Good evening. Sitting at 26 degrees out at the airport with, hey, we're seeing some stars out there right now. Wind out of the west at 12 miles an hour. And storm Doppler radar is showing some snow as well. And this is all lake effect snow right now, clipping northern Orleans County and southern Monroe County for the time being as well. Snow mainly off to the south and west during the overnight. May see some accumulating snowfall. We'll talk about where and how much we expect coming up. News 8 at 11 starts now.
Now on News 8.
Think village elections are boring? Not tonight. We've got the surprise results from some local races.
Brighton residents say traffic changes are needed after this violent crash involving a school bus last year.
Tonight, the Catholic Church officially has a new leader. What does that mean for the Rochester Diocese getting a new bishop?
From WROC in Rochester, this is News 8 at 11 in high definition.
Hey, good evening, everyone. We are your local election headquarters, and if tonight's results are any indication, the 2013 election season is off to a very interesting start.
Tonight, voters in one village gave incumbents the boot. In another, they turned on the challengers. Let's begin with the fierce race for mayor of Pittsford, where incumbent Bob Corby, who failed to win the backing of his own party in this election, fended off a challenge from fellow Republican Tripp Pearson. The vote tonight, 341 Corby, 120 Pearson. Vanessa Herring joins us live now from Pittsford, where she caught up with both candidates tonight. Vanessa?
Well, Maury, newly re-elected Mayor Bob Corby tells me he's got a 9-point plan to improve the village, and he plans to get started on that right away. But both candidates remain strong in their opposite positions on a big issue this campaign season, that proposed apartment complex on Monroe Avenue. The proposed development would include about 167 apartment units, a restaurant, and a clubhouse. Corby opposed the project, saying the buildings are too tall and the project simply doesn't fit with the village image. Tripp Pearson, his challenger, said the project would bring more business to the village. In the end, though, it was up to the voters, and they decided to side with Mayor Corby.
I stand by what I said before. I still think that the apartment complex is something that would be great for the village. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here.
It's been about, what we've done for the last 20 years, which is protecting, preserving the character of this village, our residential neighborhoods, and the things that make this a great place to live and work. We have treated my record on the apartment complexes has been consistent for what I've done for the last 20 years, no different, and that's the way we're going to proceed in the future.
9-point plan Corby mentioned includes improvements to business, zoning, and traffic. Live in Pittsford, Vanessa Herring, News 8.
All right. Thanks, Vanessa. Corby's running mates also won tonight. Stacey Freed and Lily Ampere beat Chris Linares and Leslie Buck and the village trustees.
Now, another of the interesting village races tonight was for mayor in the village of Webster. Democratic challenger John Cahill has ousted Republican incumbent Peter Elder by 421 to 376. Cahill ran on a platform of county water and open government. Again, John Cahill winning over the incumbent. And for in trustee positions in the village of Webster, 2 are elected tonight out of the 4 candidates. Daryl Byerts and Gerard Ippolito, winners in Webster.
We've got results from all of tonight's races on our website. Go to rochesterhomepage.net and click on your local election headquarters.
New at 11, after nearly 6 months after a violent accident involving a school bus on Warren Avenue in Brighton, residents and the town would like to see some changes there. That was the topic of a public meeting tonight. Dozens of people packed into the meeting to learn more about possible solutions. The town is considering several options, including traffic circles, speed humps, and driver feedback signs. Neighbors say speeding has been a problem for a while on Warren, and it's time for something to change.
The cars travel too fast on the street, frankly, and I have 2 kids, and we just think that it's an accident waiting to happen, and we've already seen that.
There have been concerns with traffic on Warren Avenue dating before the accident, but sure, we heard from a lot of neighbors in the aftermath of that. I think that galvanized the interest in traffic.
4 teens were injured in a crash on Warren Avenue in October. The driver of the car, John Zakari, is charged with reckless driving and having too many passengers in his car on a junior license.
Investigators continue to track leads tonight in a sexual assault at RIT. Surrounding reports that a female student at the RIT campus was sexually assaulted at a party Friday night. The female reporting that the male sexually assaulted her in one of the campus apartments on campus. They're called the University Commons. The victim says she didn't know her attacker and reported the incident on Saturday. Officials sent out an email to all students alerting them of the alleged crime.
I mean, I was kind of surprised. I don't think that kind of stuff happens around here a lot, so it was surprising.
It's disturbing. It's here, it's Brockport, it's U of R. It's at every college in this community.
So far, there have been no arrests. If you have any information, you're asked to call 911.
New developments tonight in the gun control debate going on in Washington. The gun control legislation the Democrats will send to the floor next week will not include a ban on assault weapons. This in the Senate. Majority Leader Harry Reid felt the ban had little chance of passing, and it might have brought the entire bill down. That bill will probably include stiffer penalties for gun trafficking and more money to improve school safety. The assault weapons ban may be presented as an amendment to a larger gun bill.
Here at home, it looks like state lawmakers will approve a hike in the minimum wage. Leaders in the Assembly and Senate say they've agreed on a deal to raise the minimum wage from $7.25 an hour to $9 an hour. The increase would be gradual over a few years. We talked with locals about the agreement, and many hope it happens.
Somebody like me looking for a job and that little change, and we try to struggle and take care of our kids and our family. We need that. We really do. Hope our government and our legislators stand by their word. I hope they do.
Well, with the way the times are right now anyways, I think it's a fair raise. I mean, it would be great to go higher, but with the way things are anyways, it's just fair that we get a raise regardless.
The deal would raise the minimum wage to $8 an hour next year, and the wage would rise again to $8.75 in 2015 and to $9 by the start of 2016.
A setback today for people who support hydrofracking in our area. A judge has ruled in favor of the town of Avon in a challenge to its drilling moratorium. Earlier this year, National Gas Drilling Company, Lenape Resources, sued the town, claiming the ban would put them out of business. Avon is one of several local towns and cities with a hydrofracking ban. Other towns include Brighton, Rush, City of Rochester has one. Details of the judge's decision on the Avon moratorium have not yet been released.
Construction on a long-awaited project in Irondequoit will begin next month. Today, I-Square developers cleared one last major hurdle, a tax abatement approval by the Monroe County Industrial Development Agency. All 9 committee members voted to approve the rebate. The town of Irondequoit approved the project last month. I-Square includes 7 new buildings, an outdoor amphitheater, parking, and residential space. Today's decision will allow developer Mike Nolan to contract workers to build it without paying sales tax, saving $340,000.
All new at 11 o'clock, Jiva Theater Center looking ahead to next year. And tonight, they announced the shows we'll see next season. The musical Pump Boys and Dinettes will kick off the Jiva season September 10th. Also on tap, the 39 Steps, A Christmas Carol is coming back. The world premiere of Informed Consent plus The Odd Couple will make us laugh. The theme for this year is to provide Rochester with a little bit of everything.
We produce an eclectic range of plays. So we've got dramas, we've got comedies, we've got music, we've got new plays and classics. So we've got something for everybody.
The 2013-14 season will be Jiva's 41st. Ticket packages are already available.
Coming up on News 8, another sign of summer. More acts have been announced for the Rochester Jazz Festival, and there are some big names.
The Sabres facing one of the NHL's class teams tonight. Thad Braun will tell us if they came away with any points. Stacy?
No summer weather around here. In fact, we got 1.5 inches of snow and stuff earlier this morning and during the overnight. Still running a deficit. Today made it to 37, a record of 77 110 years ago. We'll talk about the cold weather heading your way coming up next.
You're watching the team you can trust. Kevin Doran, Maureen McGuire, Rochester's most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Hetzko and Sports Director John Kutchko. This is News 8 at 11 in high definition.